Welcome to this exciting video where we explore the top 3 most valuable Kennedy half-dollar coins, timeless pieces of American history that have become highly desirable among collectors. While many Kennedy half-dollars were produced, only a few rare issues truly stand out for their value and significance. Let's get started. First up, the Kennedy half-dollar dated 1979, a coin without a mint mark, showing honest circulated color and everyday history. The Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most recognizable coins in American numismatics, created to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination in 1963. By 1979, the coin had already been in circulation for more than 15 years, and it had become a familiar yet often overlooked piece of pocket change. A 1979 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on circulating coins at that time. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure, with a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper and nickel. Unlike earlier Kennedy half-dollars from 1964 that were made of silver, the 1979 issue contains no silver content at all. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. Kennedy's portrait remains sharp and dignified, even on circulated examples where light may be visible on the hair and cheek. Above the portrait, the word Liberty curves smoothly along the top edge of the coin. The national motto "In God We Trust" is placed just below Kennedy's chin, split evenly on both sides. The date 1979 appears clearly at the bottom of the obverse, often showing slight wear on circulated coins. On the reverse, the coin displays the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. The eagle stands proudly with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Around the eagle, the words United States of America and half-dollar frame the design. Above the eagle's head, the Latin phrase E pluribus unum can be seen, meaning, out of many, one. In circulated condition, the reverse often shows wear on the eagle's breast and wing feathers. The color of a circulated 1979 Kennedy half-dollar is typically a soft silver gray with hints of darker toning. This natural toning develops over years of handling and exposure, giving each coin its own unique character. Circulated coins may show small scratches, contact marks, and edge wear, all signs of a coin that has seen real use. Even with wear, the overall design remains strong and easily recognizable. During 1979, half-dollars were not commonly used in everyday transactions, which makes finding circulated examples somewhat interesting. Many Americans had already begun saving half-dollars rather than spending them. Because of this, some 1979 half-dollars remained in bankrolls or collections for decades. In circulated condition, however, these coins tell a more authentic story of movement and commerce. From a value standpoint, a circulated 1979 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark is generally worth its face value. Collectors usually seek higher-grade uncirculated examples or coins with unique errors. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets can greatly increase collector interest. While major errors are rare, they are always worth checking for. For new collectors, the 1979 Kennedy half-dollar is an affordable and accessible starting point. It offers a chance to learn about modern U.S. coinage without a large financial investment. This coin also represents a transitional era in American history and minting practices. The late 1970s were a time of economic change, and coin production reflected efficiency over precious metal content. Holding a circulated 1979 Kennedy half-dollar connects you directly to that period. You can imagine the many hands it passed through, from wallets to cash registers and back again. Its worn surfaces reflect decades of quiet service in the U.S. monetary system. Many collectors enjoy assembling date and mint sets of Kennedy half-dollars. The Philadelphia issue from 1979 plays an important role in completing such collections. Even without high value, the coin holds strong historical and educational appeal. It also carries emotional significance for those who admire President Kennedy's legacy. The Kennedy half-dollar remains a symbol of remembrance and national unity. In circulated condition, it feels honest and real, not locked away or untouched. This authenticity is what many collectors truly appreciate. If you come across a 1979 Kennedy half-dollar in your change, take a moment to examine it closely. Look at the details, the wear, and the color that time has given it. You may not find a fortune, but you will find a piece of American history. Coins like this remind us that everyday objects can carry lasting stories. Next up, the Kennedy half-dollar dated 1984, struck with a D mint mark and preserved in very fine condition. The Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most iconic coins in American history, created to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By 1984, this coin had already become a familiar part of U.S. coinage, even though it was not commonly seen in daily circulation. A 1984 Kennedy half-dollar with a D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. The Denver Mint mark appears as a small letter D on the obverse, just to the right of Kennedy's neck. This coin is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, featuring outer layers of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Unlike early Kennedy half-dollars from the 1960s, the 1984 issue contains no silver, reflecting changes in U.S. minting practices. The obverse design shows a strong left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, originally designed by Gilroy Roberts. In very fine condition, the portrait still displays clear details in the hair, forehead, and jawline. Light wear is visible on the highest points, but the overall image remains sharp and attractive. The word Liberty curves gracefully along the top edge of the coin, clearly readable in this grade. The motto "In God We Trust" is placed beneath Kennedy's chin and remains bold and complete. The date 1984 appears at the bottom of the obverse, with clean numerals that show only minor wear. The reverse of the coin features the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. The eagle stands proudly with wings spread wide, symbolizing strength and national pride. In very fine condition, feather details on the wings and chest are still well defined. The arrows and olive branch held by the eagle remain visible, representing readiness for defense and a desire for peace. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America and half-dollar. Above the eagle, the phrase E pluribus unum is clear and easy to read. The color of a very fine 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar is typically a soft silver gray. Some coins may show light golden or darker toning, adding character without hiding details. Very fine condition means the coin has seen circulation but was handled carefully over time. Minor scratches and contact marks may be present, but they do not dominate the surface. The edges of the coin may show slight wear, yet the rim remains mostly intact. In 1984, half-dollars were rarely used in everyday transactions. Many people saved them as keepsakes or collector's items rather than spending them. Because of this, finding a circulated but well-preserved example like one in very fine condition is quite appealing. The 1980s were a period when coin collecting remained popular among families and hobbyists. Many collectors assembled rolls and albums of Kennedy half-dollars during this era. The Denver Mint produced millions of half-dollars in 1984, making them accessible but still meaningful. From a value perspective, a 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar in very fine condition is generally worth face value or slightly more. Its true value lies more in its condition, history, and place within a complete collection. Collectors often search for higher-grade examples, such as uncirculated or proof coins. However, circulated coins like this one tell a more realistic story of American commerce. Each mark and sign of wear represents time spent moving through the economy. Holding this coin connects you to the everyday life of the 1980s. It reflects a time before digital payments, when physical money still ruled daily transactions. For beginner collectors, the 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar is an excellent learning coin. It teaches grading basics, design appreciation, and mint mark identification. The very fine grade offers a balance between visible detail and authentic circulation wear. This coin also carries the enduring legacy of President Kennedy. His image on the half-dollar continues to inspire respect and remembrance. Even decades later, the design feels timeless and dignified. If you find a 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar in your collection or change, take a closer look. Examine the portrait, the eagle, and the gentle wear that defines its journey. You may not discover a rare treasure, but you will hold a meaningful piece of history. Coins like this remind us that value is not always measured by rarity alone. Sometimes, the story and condition of a coin are what make it truly special. Next up, the Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most meaningful coins in United States history, created to honor President John F. Kennedy and his lasting legacy. By 1973, the coin had already become a familiar symbol, even though half dollars were no longer widely used in everyday transactions. A 1973 Kennedy half dollar with a D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, a facility known for its high-quality coinage. The small D mint mark can be found on the obverse, just to the right of Kennedy's neck. This coin is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with outer layers of copper and nickel bonded to a solid copper core. Earlier Kennedy half dollars contained silver, but by 1971 the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to clad coinage. The obverse design features a strong left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, created by sculptor Gilroy Roberts. In very fine condition, Kennedy's facial features remain clear, with visible detail in the hair and profile. Light wear appears on the highest points, such as the cheekbone and hair above the ear. Despite this wear, the portrait still looks bold and well-defined. The word Liberty curves along the top of the coin and remains fully readable in this grade. The motto "In God We Trust" appears below Kennedy's chin and shows only minor softness. The date 1973 is clearly visible at the bottom of the obverse, with sharp and even numerals. Turning to the reverse, the coin displays the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparro. The eagle stands proudly with its wings spread wide, a powerful symbol of the nation. In very fine condition, the eagle's wing feathers and chest details are still visible. Some light wear can be seen on the eagle's breast, but the design remains strong. The arrows in one talon and the olive branch in the other are clearly identifiable. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America and half dollar. Above the eagle's head, the inscription E pluribus unum remains easy to read. The overall color of a very fine 1973 D Kennedy half dollar is typically a clean silver gray tone. Some examples may show light golden or soft gray toning from age and handling. This natural toning adds character without hiding important design details. Very fine condition means the coin has circulated but was treated with care. Minor scratches and contact marks may be present, but they do not overwhelm the surfaces. The rim remains mostly intact, with only slight wear visible along the edges. In 1973, half dollars were rarely seen in daily commerce. Many people saved them as keepsakes or collectibles rather than spending them. Because of this, finding a 1973 D half dollar in very fine condition is quite appealing. The early 1970s were a period of economic change in the United States. Coins from this era reflect a shift toward practicality and cost efficiency in minting. The Denver Mint produced millions of Kennedy half dollars in 1973. While not rare, each coin still holds historical and educational value. From a collector's standpoint, a 1973 D Kennedy half dollar in very fine condition is usually worth face value or slightly more. Its true importance lies in its condition and role within a complete date and mint collection. Collectors often appreciate this coin for its balanced appearance between wear and detail. It serves as an excellent example for learning how to grade circulated coins. Holding this coin connects you to the everyday financial world of the early 1970s. It represents a time when physical cash played a central role in daily life. Each mark on the coin reflects its journey through hands, pockets, and registers. The Kennedy half dollar continues to honor a president remembered for hope and leadership. Even decades later, Kennedy's image on the coin remains powerful and respected. Very fine examples like this one show that beauty can exist even with light wear. They remind collectors that perfection is not always necessary to appreciate a coin. If you have a 1973 D Kennedy half dollar, take a moment to examine it closely. Notice the details, the color, and the gentle signs of circulation. You may not find a rare treasure, but you will hold a meaningful piece of history. Coins like this teach us that everyday objects can carry lasting stories. Thank you for joining us for this smooth and detailed look at the 1973 D Kennedy half dollar. If you enjoy long, calm, and informative coin stories, be sure to stay connected for more explorations into classic American coinage.